number of times in certain different formats, and I said, if I could wave the magic white wolf wand and give you any one thing, what would it be? And surprisingly, I got a lot of answers. And what? Let's see my list here. No, but so the truth of the matter is I really only got a few, and there was a number of them when I kind of whittled down what they really meant. There was a short list of things that you all have told me, even if you didn't know you were doing that I actually thought you guys would like to hear back, and not just what those general consistent topics were, but really what we would either help you do or recommend you do in response to them. The first one that always comes up is CCP killing LARP? Well, based on this weekend, I'd probably say no. Seriously, honestly, that's the most absolutely, unequivocally not. The idea that you guys run around pretending to be our vampires, and when I say you guys, I actually want to take a minute and look in the camera, as I was over in Germany and Belgium a few weeks ago meeting with a bunch of non-cam groups, and I really want to take a time to thank them. That when I say you guys, I mean all of our fans worldwide, people that are doing this. It's awesome. It's just the coolest thing ever. Why would we ever want to get rid of it? And we never will. So that's a big, big no. And you know, and he brought up approvals database, and I'm going to kind of give the same answer Greg did, is that Ryan's going to talk about technology. But okay, you're right. We're in the technological dark ages. We've been in that way. It's time to kind of not be there anymore. I will say one thing about technology really short when it comes to the cam, is the cam at one point was a really like kind of a forward-thinking, early adopter of technology. Don't be afraid of it. You know, don't be unwilling to really embrace new ideas and the new technology. I mean, lists are archaic. IRC rooms have been around for, I don't know, since carrier pigeons. So just there's a lot of cool stuff coming, and Ryan's going to talk about that. The next thing, and this is such I like to say this is like dealing with either dynamite or a black hole. The prestige system is broken. You know, here, I'm not going to, we're not going to mandate how you do your business. What I would recommend is we go through these changes, this process, over the next number of months, over the next year. Take the time and evaluate everything you do. You have a unique opportunity coming up to literally audit the entire club. If it's not working, change it. That's, I mean, really, the only, yeah, you're going to get that ability. We're going to give it to you. I mean, the only thing I personally have to say about prestige is the concept was originally, this is supposed to be a perk. It's not supposed to be a paycheck. Is that the thing that always bothered me personally is there should be something that says, thank you for just being here. That you shouldn't have to work so hard just to have a good time. And if there's a way that you guys can change it to make it a little more easier, that would be my recommendation. This one was, when we actually kind of reviewed all of our little talking points, I'll admit this one was a little bit of a red flag to everybody. And I think that I need to talk about it because it's something that was really talked about to me, is how does the Camarilla deal with grief players? And I guess what I mean by that is there are always in any community, and you guys probably know who I mean, the video game community has them, the local Rotary Club has them. I mean, people that just kind of litigate their way through making other people miserable. And I really wasn't sure how to answer this. I didn't really say, I can't come in and say, well, we're going to tell you to do this, because that's not the right answer. And at the same point, I've heard more people say stuff that to me, even over the course of the entire weekend. So I was up in my room this weekend, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to really try and think of what I could use as a resource to help me with this. And then I went and I got the yellow pages, and I looked up pest control, and that just says how you deal with Star Trek fans you can't get along with, and that was not any good. And then I looked up vampires, and that just had a picture of me, and that was really creepy, and I put it away at that point. So anyway, all jokes aside, I hope I didn't offend anybody with that. The last book I looked at was the Camarilla Member Handbook. And the good part is it didn't have any pictures of me in it. But it's honestly, this was really good for the time that it was written. But it's really complicated. And I would just recommend you guys to fix a lot of your problems. It's probably about time you just took the time and redid it. It's probably take some time and do this over. The other one I always talk about is transparency. That's a word we use in the corporate world all the time. I'm going to keep this just really simple. Transparency just means communication. It just means we're going to talk to each other as often as we can. And that's really all it means, is that like we spent a lot of time talking to you this year, and we'll continue to do so. And let's see. This is the one that I admit I really did beg Greg to let me talk about. I did. I mean, this is kind of my heart and soul. It's the one question I got asked all year long is, why can't we play Old World of Darkness again? All right, so with the exception of like all of Germany and all of Belgium, most of Europe,